So, Troy Francis, Tiffany Fox in Miami. So I'm about to make my first porn film. So what do I do? No, not really, not really. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, we're not. What we're going to do is instead, because Tiffany Fox works, if you don't know, in the adult entertainment industry, or has done at least. So what we're going to be doing actually today is talking about whether you smash on the first date.
Well,
No. Actually, look. To be fair, we're going to generalize this, so it's a bit like, okay, you can give your views, but I mean, is it? What is the general feeling from women about having sex on the first date? Is it a good thing to do, etc.?
so I think with sex on the first date, I mean, it can be a lot of different variations of why you have sex on the first date. Me personally, like it's situation to situation. Like if the guy like really wows me and stuff, like I'm completely undressed by the end of the night. But then I've also gone out with a couple guys where it's like I never really got undressed, or it's like I waited for a while and then I was severely disappointed.
Why did you wait then with those guys?
Well, that's before my ideologies changed to fucking on the first date.
Your ideology. This is like a political thing.
Politically with my body.
So, so what? So previously you believed it was better to wait for longer. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but then it's like, me personally as a woman, I learned to, fuck on the first date or two because it's like, they're going to go somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true, I guess, because obviously it's a competitive marketplace. So, like, if you meet a guy and you like him, but then because some of these girls on these shows, we were just on Valuetainment, I was on Fresh and Fit the other day. Some of these girls are like,
we did Access Vegas together.
Yeah, we did, and I mean, I remember that on that there was girls saying, "Oh, I make him wait for 3 months, sister," and all this kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
the
it's
90 day, the 90 day.
And it's like, I mean, come on, man. I mean, 3 months. I mean, for a start, who's waiting out there genuinely for 3 months anyway? But secondly, I mean, what is the thinking behind that? I mean, it seems fucking. Because, like, in the meantime, he could just get snapped up by, there's some other girl who's going to open her legs.
I think it's like the 1920s, like, way of thinking, in a sense. Like, I think it goes back to that old, like, flapper Disney classic tale thing of...
Great
like,
Gatsby.
The soulmate myth. Like, oh, if he's really into me, he will wait.
But it's sort of like, I don't know. I mean, it's just like people have this idea that you've got to really get to know each other on this deep level before then crossing the physical boundary. But surely part of getting to know somebody is actually having the sexual act.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Honestly, I think you can know someone a little bit more quickly if you have sex right away because you open up that channel to communicate with them better.
You get the spiritual energy that's passed.
Yeah,
you
get that energy going.
Yeah. But how do you? All right. So look, so you've worked in porn. You've made these movies and stuff.
Yeah.
So how do you separate out sex in that context from sex in real life?
Well, like that's like work. So I mean, that's when I would think like a man actually, and I program myself like that. To my dating life, I don't know. I mean, my dating life's kind of tricky, but it's my work life. I separate my emotions from sex.
Right.
But like, I have to be into someone in some way or some sort to like sleep with them. Like, if a woman is not genuinely interested in you, she's not gonna fuck. And if she's interested, she's probably fucking for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, okay. So there's a perception as well out there, particularly among the more trad type people, that they would say, well, if she sleeps with you on the first night, she's like a low quality woman. What do you reckon?
No.
I think it's a no.
No.
I mean, look, it's just...
I do not agree with the tradcons on that.
Well, we've all got our, like, physical desires, haven't we? Women as well as guys, and probably women, you could argue, more than guys, because I think in many ways women are more sexual than guys.
Yeah.
So
I would say so.
So then you got women who are like, no, I'm gonna wait for 3 months or whatever, and it's like, but probably you want to get laid as well. So why are you doing this elaborate like dance of like putting this off when actually it's probably what you want also if you're into the guy?
But I personally kind of think like, if a woman does that and waits that long, it's you're kind of a meal ticket to her.
Well, you know what Miss Myron, the godfather of Fresh and Fit, said last night? He made the point, if a woman is actually making you wait for that long, the reality is she's probably talking to other guys.
No.
And she's probably... You don't think so?
No,
this was his point.
I'm agreeing is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
so she's probably talking to other dudes, and she may even be sleeping with them, or at least she's sizing you up in relation to that guy, like, okay, which one's going to be the better option here?
Yeah, well, I mean, just like men spin plates, women do too.
Well, it was kind of funny because we went around the table and asked all the girls. It was like, okay, so when you've made a guy wait for this length of time, were you sleeping with anyone else? Do you have sex with anyone else? And obviously they all said no. But I think, and like on today's show, Valuetainment, I think a lot of the time these girls are capping a little bit on
They're
these shows.
capping.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because like they say.
I was one of the few ones that would say yes when they all said no, and like I had an evil laugh to some things.
But do you agree with me though? Sometimes on these shows, I think, and we're talking about now like Fresh and Fit, Valuetainment, probably Pearl, like all of these different shows, we get a bunch of girls
Access
on there.
Vegas.
Yeah, Access Vegas. Sometimes the girls are saying what they think is the thing that people are going to want to hear.
I've been on enough panels to like understand a lot of things that women say. Cap.
Seriously, you think so?
Total cap. Unless they actually talk about being promiscuous and being proud about like doing what they do, I think a lot of them are cap. But I don't know. I tell the truth on shows. So.
I mean, so the other topic we talked about was cheating, and I was going around saying, is it ever appropriate for a woman to cheat? And I didn't particularly expect any of them.
I don't think it's appropriate for anybody to cheat unless you have that open-end relationship and you both make it clear that you guys are both open.
Yeah.
That's not cheating.
No, but I put the question. I mean, yeah, you're right, and I put the question anyway. And I didn't really expect anyone to go, yeah, it's appropriate. Well, I was hoping actually somebody would be like, yeah, man, if the D's no good, I'm fucking cheating, man. Like I thought that'd be quite funny. Of course, nobody said it. But then later it emerged that one of the girls, she said, well, actually, and she'd said that she didn't cheat, but then later on she said, well, actually, I was kind of seeing this other guy before I left my boyfriend,
and that's how you know bitches lie.
And I was like, well, so you were cheating then, basically.
Yeah, it's
cheating. And I think this is, again, we're moving off the topic here, but I think one of the reasons that women cheat will be to basically to monkey branch to somebody else, right?
Yeah,
they're looking for that. Not always, but maybe they're looking for that replacement dude,
Or they're trying to one up you.
Or maybe she's just pissed off with you,
Ooh, did he hurt her?
So anyway, I mean, because what we always tell guys, right, from a sort of male dating coach perspective, is it's better to at least move towards sex on the first date, even if she doesn't want to go there. So you're going to be saying, hey, listen, come back to my place. My place is over there. Let's go and listen to some music. Let's hang out. Let's listen, whatever. You're gonna put it out there.
But you don't say like, hey, we're gonna go home and.
No, you don't say that. But no, that's what I'm saying. So the socially acceptable thing is like, oh, my place is over there. Let's go back. Let's chill for a bit. We can watch a movie. We can, it was the classic Netflix and chill, isn't it?
Yeah.
But let's listen to some of your crazy Polish music or whatever. And she's like, oh well, I've got to be up early in the morning. He's like, yeah, no worries. I'll get you. We just go for an hour. I've got to be up early as well. I'll get you an Uber. You've got to be up early tomorrow, haven't you?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay, so I'll get you an Uber. It's fine.
Oh, he's gonna get me an Uber.
But and you keep it very low key. Now it might be that she actually genuinely has a rule where she's like, I don't sleep with guys on the first date. Some women do have that, and that's that's fine.
Religion is fine if it's religion based.
Well, it
like,
might be religion, but it can also be a little. It could also be a little bit cultural as well, though.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, some Ukrainian women, I think they, and often it's more of a token thing than anything. It's not that they don't want to have sex. It's just that they would feel very slutty if they did.
Yeah.
So they kind of want to hold off, and then you could meet her, 12 hours later, and then you end up, having sex. So it's almost like a token thing. But if that's her deal, that's absolutely fine. But what we always tell guys, I don't know if you agree, is that you should at least move towards it on the first date, because if you don't, because she knows that you want to, that you're there because you find her attractive, right? So if you don't at least make a move on her, is she going to think, well, this guy's a bit of a pussy, or what's he doing, right?
I think you should always try to make the move on the girl, or not physically touch her, but you physically touch her, maybe rub her back or something, because it's another thing too if you're trying.
Can you grab
these?
Yeah. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't. But like maybe like rub her back. Like, oh, you want your back rub? Because like I noticed with me personally, like it's like when a guy kind of like rubs my back and shows that he cares, it might like open the girl up a little.
Well,
bit more.
touch is, and again, we could even do another video on this. I think touch is very important in the early phases when you're first getting to know somebody, because the sooner you break that like physical barrier, you touch her, even if it's just a light like social touch, like you tap on the shoulder or whatever, you're breaking down that barrier. Because otherwise, the worst thing is, the old high school date where the guy, they're sitting and they're having this awkward conversation, and then they go back to her. He walks her back to the house, and then he tries to kiss her at the end, and she shuts the door in his face. Because by then it's got really awkward, hasn't it? Because they haven't had any physical touch at all, and now suddenly he's trying to kiss. So what you want to do is build up slowly to it, I think, in my view. But I mean, have you been on dates with guys and maybe they haven't made a move on you on the first date, and does that make you think, well,
they're not really interested in me? Like when a guy doesn't try to implement something that he has like any genuine interest in me, like.
But it could be that.
Yeah,
but,
like I would think like, is there something wrong with me? Like I was really into him, but it's like the girl could also be like really into you, and then because you didn't do something as far as like, touching her back,
you didn't make it. You
didn't try to one little step.
So actually, that's interesting. So could the girl then maybe not text you back after that because she feels rejected and she's like, okay, I'm not going to give you.
Yeah, that could be a possibility that could fit in definitely the statistics somewhere.
Or do you think there's anything in the theory that she might think you're just a bit of a pussy because she basically knows that you wanted to have sex, but you didn't make the move, and so then it's like, well, this guy is just,
Women like men that take control.
Yes. No toxic masculinity, though.
No toxic masculinity.
Do you find toxic masculinity attractive? All right. I mean, depends how we're defining it, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you're in your birthday suit and you're doing this to her, like I totally support that toxic masculinity.
Good
1000%.
God, I'm shocked. This content is too spicy for YouTube, I think. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's like, I think you've got to be physical. You've got to at least make your move. Even if she says, listen, genuinely, I've got to be up super early tomorrow for work. I'm not going to come back because you live over the other side of town. It's like, okay, fine, no problem. We'll meet again another time. That's absolutely fine. Don't be butthurt about it. But I don't think you lose points.
No.
For
when a woman also politely turns you down too, and like kind of insinuates there might be like a next time for that, because she probably wants to go on another date with you, get to know you more, and then that's your chance to really like smoozle her up.
So, because that's the other thing is about being butthurt, right? Because guys are, oh fuck that, she didn't sleep with me and that kind of thing, or being obviously like frustrated or angry towards her. That's going to make you look bad as well, isn't it?
Yeah, never be angry towards the woman because she's not interested.
Well, I mean, I think you've got to be chill about these things, haven't you? Whatever happens, you've got to be chill, right?
Yeah, always be chill.
Yeah.
Always be chill, nice, kind.
Like me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was educational. We're going to have some hot chocolate now. So, do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Do subscribe to Tiff's channel, which is...
All In with Tiff.
And we will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.